On us, you can depend on us. It's a Super 80s podcast friend.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We are a TV theme song explorer with one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV show theme song. All genres, good ones, bad ones, popular ones, ones that nobody liked. We don't give a shit. We're checking them all out.
Yep.
That's what we do. Speaking of what we do, if you like what we do, pretty please like and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a review. We love reading your reviews. Send us a message. Any of that type of stuff. It's greatly appreciated. We are on Facebook, Instagram, email,
Threads.
Threads. Find us and give us a holler. By the way, I am John.
I'm Ryan.
And I am Peter.
And we are happy to have you here. We like to start out with a drink. Ryan.
I think I've got water slides in my glass.
You do. 3 Sheeps out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
And I've got Revolution Anti-Hero.
I have a beer Pete had either last episode or the episode before. This is Cigar City High Lie. Now, I'm the only one who listens back to our episodes. Ryan, when Pete said High Lie and I said Cigar City, you said something strange. What did you say?
Ybor City. It's from Ybor City, I think.
What the hell's Ybor City?
Ybor City is a district in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little. It's a great little part of town.
So I'm going for a little stroll on my break at work, and I hear you going, Ybor City. I didn't know what the hell you meant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Ybor.
There we go. Well,
Spelled
Ybor
with
City.
a Y.
Y-B-O-R?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit. I'll be damned.
Yep.
All right.
Ryan knows his Tampa geography. Don't.
Hey, speaking of having drinks, feel free to crack one open, have a beer with us, glass of wine, a bottle of Old Crow.
Old Crow. Sure.
Whatever you're in the mood for.
Black Label.
We like to do retractions, observations, catch-up stuff. Our last episode, so this is episode 36.
Wow.
Episode 35 was American Gladiators.
Oh, my.
Episode 34 was a big hit, Square Pegs. Episode 33...
Belvedere? No.
Does it
Knight
even
Rider?
pay to try
Knight
and-
Rider.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We can't even think of the show where we're going to think of retractions at this point.
Does anybody have any retractions from probably most likely Square Pegs or American Gladiators?
I don't believe so.
No.
Any announcements?
No.
No.
Has anybody watched any shows?
Yes.
Oh.
I've watched like 4 episodes of Square Pegs.
I watched one. It's great.
I love it.
I love it too. It's really good.
I mean, it's really cheesy, but I like all the characters.
Me too.
Well,
Pete,
what do you know?
Pete, talk to us.
Well, I don't take notes like you do on the episode.
All for the
but,
best.
I mean, it is cheesy. There's a laugh track, which is still so weird. Like, I just try and imagine any other show that I watch nowadays, like just having that just artificial sound piped in after bad jokes. Thank you. And then some of the characters are like real sort of one-dimensional, like the Valley Girl. Like she just says like in every sentence, like really, and that's kind of annoying. But
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe people really like that in 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and some of the plot lines are a little weird. One I watched, there was a musical, and their drama teacher wrote it kind of autobiographically, but it was like a love story between a student and a teacher.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I like Sarah Jessica Parker's character
Yeah.
way more than I like her Sex and the City character.
Yeah, her character's great, as is her sidekick or partner, Lauren.
Yeah.
Like, she's great too.
So how in the world did this show not make it?
It's a great question. I think
We
it's
did kind of talk about it last
yeah,
time. There was
drugs.
Sure.
and also at the time when there was like only 3 or 4 channels, it didn't have appeal for the whole family.
That's true. Yeah.
So the 80s got to it a little bit.
It only appealed to the mid 40-year-old men, apparently.
Well, it's funny, Pete. When I was watching it, I was thinking like it's pretty clever. Like it's cheesy, like Pete said, but it's legit good. Like it's worthy of more than one episode.
Does it have? We made some comparisons to Freaks and Geeks.
100%.
Okay, which I think is a plus quality show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as that, but there's
Sure.
a lot of
Similarities.
And now that Pete mentioned it last week, you can tell there's like Saturday Night Live writer. There's an intelligence and quirkiness to the humor
Sure.
that is different than It's a Living.
Sure. Or your standard sitcom.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well done, fellas.
I did take notes on an episode. I won't go into a ton of detail. Pete, did you watch the one with the janitor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So here's what I wrote. Starts out with the locker jam, and then I wrote serious laugh track. Everybody just thought the locker getting jammed was the funniest thing in the world. The girls were excited because the janitor coming to fix it is hot, and he is filling in for his dad, who had a heart attack.
Oh.
Janitor comes, hot janitor, he punches it open Fonzie style, and
Nice.
not Sarah Jessica Parker. The character's name is Lauren, gets a crush on him. As Pete said, they go to the classroom and the stereotypes are a little over the top, but kind of funny. Janitor comes into the classroom, so Lauren has a crush on the janitor. The health teacher, Miss Loomis, also gets a crush on the janitor, and it gets tense between Miss Loomis and Lauren. At one point, Lauren breaks into his office, steals some of his cigarette butts, makes a little file about him so she knows where he is every hour of the day. Some friends and classmates find out that she has a crush on the janitor and give her shit because she's got a big red file that says do not open with all these weird notes about him. Miss Loomis, the health teacher, confronts Lauren because they both want the janitor. Miss Loomis is kind of psycho. So they both decide they're going to go tell him that they love him.
Oh.
And he's up in the rafters fixing something, and all you see is his legs. So Lauren and Loomis both spill their guts about how much they love him. And guess who comes down the ladder?
The dad.
The dad comes
dad
down the
janitor.
ladder. He's now back from medical leave.
Yes.
He says, I appreciate what you both said, and it means a lot. But can we slow down a little bit? After you have a heart attack, they tell you to put your sex life on hold. Lauren runs out sobbing. The old guy janitor tells Miss Loomis, you can stay, cutie.
Nice. Nice.
So I wrote it at I wrote has a Fast Times at Ridgemont High vibe.
Okay. Also quality entertainment.
So there's my quick summary of the one episode I watched, which I thought was really funny.
Now, there was also some confusion about the intro. Like, was it?
Oh, it does alternate.
It does.
Yep.
Okay.
And I on the pilot, the waitresses did perform at a school dance,
Okay.
like a freshman dance. They did the Square Pegs song.
Good Lord.
Oh.
Man, that sounds
Okay.
And that was the most I have ever thought or talked about the waitresses in my life.
Or probably ever will again.
Yep.
Right?
That was something else. All right. Well, that was great. I'm glad that we both dove into that a little bit. A couple other things just before we get to business here. A shout out and hello to Lee in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh yes.
Lee sent us a message saying he's loving the show. He's binging it. So thank you to Lee from Down Under. Thanks
Thank you
for tuning in. Next week, listeners, is our March Madness episode. We are going to have a bracket. We're going to post the bracket for you before the show airs so that you can fill it out and see how your picks match with ours. We're going to do the 36 plus theme songs we've heard so far. So be on the lookout for the bracket on our social pages. Print one out, fill it out, and let's
Have
see.
fun with it.
And our goal, just to listeners, to let you know, so you know how to fill it out. We're just doing it on the songs, not on how good the show was or any other thing. Just where you rank the songs. Finally, our listener Tom in Illinois created a Spotify playlist of the 80s theme songs we've recorded so far.
Oh, awesome.
So here's the name of it if any of you want to look it up on Spotify. It's simply called Super 80s Podcast Friend Playlist, and the owner or the maker of it's just listed as Tom. So
Wow. Thanks, Tom. That's awesome.
he said some of the versions were like cheesy, like covers, but they're all on there. So especially if you're going to fill out the bracket and you need to catch up with some of the songs,
Yeah.
that could be a great way to do it.
How heavy is it on Dave Portnoy?
Oh, man. We'll find out. All right. I think that's everything. I just want to double check. Check. We talked about square pegs. That just leaves us one thing, guys. Conky!
Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky. What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is shirt tails.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy moly.
It's a cartoon time again.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit, hasn't it?
I feel like it has.
Maybe the Chipmunks?
Yeah.
So it's been a
Sounds
few
about right.
episodes. Shirt tails. All right. Well, it's memories time. I certainly have memories of shirt tails. You guys?
I do.
Just remember that they popped out of a tree
Yep.
and that they had words on their shirt.
Yep.
That's about it.
I
That's
think
all
the
I've
words
got.
changed, right? Did the words change?
Yes.
Like when they had to go into action or something? Or
Yeah, like if you were hungover, it might just say hungover on the shirt.
Yeah. That's literally all I remember. I don't remember names or premise of show. What about you?
So, and obviously Conky just zapped info in Pete's brain, so in a minute we're going to find out. I feel like they were detectives, maybe,
Boy.
or like they were sleuth solvers.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I feel like they kind of were detectives. I do remember the shirts, then they would flash, I believe, like what
Yeah.
it's, like I said, like hungover,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I remember that I believe they must have had partnerships with Hardee's or something.
Okay.
Because I remember either getting the glass mugs
Yes.
or maybe a low quality plush stuffed animal type thing.
Yeah, I
Very
think I
nice.
remember the cups.
Okay.
I think I remember the cups.
And I feel like Hardee's was more in line with their more B and C list
Yep.
type stuff. They're gonna have your shirt tails cup.
Correct.
They're not gonna do a
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
right.
Yep.
That's gonna be McDonald's or Burger King.
Yep.
Other than that, I was a Saturday morning watcher of it. I don't know if it ever got to, the after school thing, but that's like sitting on the living room floor with a bowl of cereal.
Yep.
That's a vivid Saturday morning
Yep.
memory for me. So yeah, that's all I got. Detectives. I think there's a wide variety of animals: tigers, pandas, etc.
Do you have any recollection, either of you, of the theme song?
Hell no.
You.
Not a chance.
But you want to know why that's kind of funny? Because I feel like a theme song in the 80s didn't have to be super good for me, cartoon wise.
Right.
Right. When we get to Gummy Bears, I know that song.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
Smurfs I remembered. I've got nothing.
Like not even a grain of sand. I have zero recollection. Like nothing even comes to
Right.
Mine.
Chipmunks I knew. Heathcliff if you think of the cartoons we've done, I remember all those songs,
Yes.
good or bad.
right.
This is just a blank.
Correct.
Nice.
I think that may foreshadow something, but yeah, who knows, right? I mean, it's a null set. I guess.
Could be terrible.
Well, Conky just zapped some stuff into Pete's brain. Now, where's Conky heading right now? See, he's heading outside. Where are you going, Conky? Oh, he's going outside for something.
Salt the driveway.
Salt in the driveway. He's
Probably
a
having
helper.
smoke. Yeah.
He does smoke,
When he shovels, he likes to smoke.
but he's probably salt in the driveway. What a guy! Thanks, Conky. Come back in any second.
Okay, so this was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon that aired on NBC from September of 82 to November of 83, I believe. It was 2 seasons, 23 episodes.
Total?
Yeah.
Short run.
Wow.
Yeah. And CBS actually aired reruns from 84 to 85. So they took those 23 episodes and really just stretched the shit out of them. I guess kids have short attention spans for that
Yeah.
stuff, so.
True.
CBS had nothing going on in 84, 85.
Yeah.
They had to.
So the characters, the shirt tails, were actually created in 1980 by a greeting card designer and were featured on Hallmark cards.
Whoa.
And they were so popular as greeting card characters that they were like, let's make a show about this.
Wow.
Of course.
Yeah.
Gosh, I
How
love
many
shit
greeting
like that.
card-based television shows do we have? It's about a group of animals that live in a tree in Oak Tree Park, and they wear shirts that flash messages that reflect their thoughts.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Glad the world doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
So, they
it
spent their
off.
time teasing park custodian Mr. Dinkle. They did
Oh,
also.
That's so Hanna-Barbera.
Exactly.
They did also spend time fighting crime.
Yes.
Right.
They had a vehicle called the STSST, which stood for Shirt Tails Supersonic Transport, which could operate as a car, jet, boat, or submarine. It really did all these things.
Kind of like the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Did it have one of those, what do you call those metal boring out cones?
I don't know. I don't know what this thing looks
Boring
like.
out
An
cones.
auger?
Yeah, like a big silver auger on the front of it.
I have literally no idea what this thing looks like, John.
What's it called? The FSTSFT?
STSST. It rolls off the tongue.
Shirt
And it's like the local authorities were kind of aware of them as their reputation as crime fighters, but they were not aware that the crimes were being fought by like pantsless talking animals.
Were the local authorities human?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
And each episode was divided into two 11-minute segments, which I think was kind of a Hanna-Barbera thing. Like they would episodes would be actually a lot of cartoons that we reviewed
Heathcliff.
kind of were
Yeah.
two short shows. So some of the characters were Tig Tiger, Digger Mole, Rick Raccoon, Pammy Panda, Bogey Orangutan, who talked like Humphrey Bogart apparently, and that was the reason for his name,
It's fantastic.
and Kip Kangaroo.
So a lot of alliteration minus Bogey the orangutan.
Kids like alliteration. And then the second season, they added Shirt Tail Time, which is, somebody would announce like Shirt Tail Time, and all their shirts would flash red at the same time. So it was like, I don't know if it was a superpower or exactly how that played into
good.
it. But
Shirt tail time. It's time to go fight crime.
Yep, exactly.
Get the STFSSTFTT.
Yep. Season 1 had a theme that sounded like traditional Hanna-Barbera, while season 2 included lyrics and had more of a disco sound. The song was created by Hanna-Barbera's favorite songwriter. You going to guess?
Hold on. Yeah.
You're going to mispronounce his name?
Give me his initials.
H.C.
Do you got it?
No,
Hold on,
but
hold on.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Hoynt.
Hoynt Curntain.
Point.
Hoynt Curntain.
I believe it's Hoynt.
Who we remember from the Smurfs episode. But I think last time we just made fun of his name, but this time I've got more background on Hoyt. So in addition to the Smurfs and Shirt Tails, he wrote the themes to the Flintstones, Jetsons,
Whoa.
Huckleberry Hound, Yogi
Whoa.
Bear, Quick Draw McGraw, Top Cat, Johnny Quest, Space Ghost, Super Friends, and Josie and the Pussycats, and
I
others.
think that's every.
Hanna-Barbera was very prolific, though, so there
Yeah.
probably is like 50 that I'm not
And I think this came up during the Smurfs. Like songs like the Jetsons are really good theme songs. So
Yeah.
Hoynt's not it's not that he's a shitty songwriter. I think
No.
he was just tired for the Smurfs one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And he created a lot of incidental or musical cues that were used within the shows. And is BMI like a registry of...
Yep.
He has like thousands of songs
Love it.
on BMI. In the 50s, he was a really in-demand composer of advertising jingles.
I could understand that.
Got
yeah.
a
And
hook.
he met Mr. Hanna and Mr. Barbera when they were working for MGM producing a Schlitz beer commercial.
Nice.
And Hoyt was hired to do the musical score.
Fantastic.
So
Schlitz
if
is
you
the
look
beer
up
that you want today.
Schlitz Beer Party 1957,
Ooh.
maybe that will be the
Okay.
jingle that Hoyt
Yeah.
wrote for that. He was also, this is the weirdest one, he was also an inventor, and he holds 6 patents relating to pipe couplings for irrigation and sprinkler systems.
Wow, somebody's got to water those fields.
I mean, really?
Exactly. He was a man of many interests.
Might as well be Hoynt.
Might as well.
Wow. Well, Engineer Pete, that's some excellent background info.
Yep.
Hoynt
Hoynt.
info on not only the show Shirt Tails, but on our pal Hoynt Curntain.
Close.
Well, we know the song. Well, I mean, we know the show.
Yes.
We got some background info. There's only one thing left to do. We're going to hear from Hoynt, one of his 2 theme songs for Shirt Tails. We're not sure which one we're going to get. Doesn't matter. Do we have lyrics pulled up in case?
No. They don't exist on the internet.
Love it. This is good. All
It's
right.
a good start. It's a-
Let's listen to Shirt Tails.
So then we just get to guess at the lyrics, right?
That's always good stuff. Yeah, can we bring up the juice just a little bit?
Oh yeah, sorry.
So that sounded like, obviously we're going to watch this in a few moments, but it sounded like maybe a phone ringing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's calling the shirt tails.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's funky. Very funky. I like that.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
boom, the bass is doing boom.
Yeah.
And you got a little...
Yeah. I mean, that's some boogie going on right there.
That sounds like adult film style.
Very much so. Oh,
Very much so.
I like it.
I've heard this song before. This is this is the theme from Shirt Tales.
Yes, correct.
Not like a okay. I don't want to be surprised when we turn on the screen in a minute.
Debbie does shirt tails.
We had the wrong Shirt Tales.
But nobody's wearing pants.
So this is it's very funky.
Yes.
You know, there's bass, there's drums, there's a wad out guitar going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, it sounds like it's from 1975.
It does.
Not 1982.
And I didn't realize Hoynt dabbled in funk.
right?
he dabbled in sprinkler coupling, so what couldn't he do?
Well, that's going to be horrible. We can confirm this is a cartoon based on sound effects.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I believe the first two words there, who do ya? That's 3. Who do ya?
Yeah.
I can't believe you picked out words over that.
That's really good. Who do ya? I have a feeling our singer is going to have an interesting voice.
Yes.
Call when you're caught in a jam.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Who do you
call when you're caught in a jam?
When your bite's in a jam? When your vice is in a jam? When
That-
your wife's in a jam? Who do you call when your wife's in a jam?
When your shirt's in a jam? When
I don't remember this theme song, but I believe the melody next is going to go na 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 na. We know Hoynt well enough to know. So he tried to throw us off his scent a little bit with his porn intro, but this is classic Hoynt.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, who do you call when your wife's in a jam?
Or when you're caught in a jam.
You got him, Pete?
No, they don't exist on the internet.
Too scared to stay. Too scared to scram. It's just
Oh gosh,
Boy, oh boy.
Too scared to stay and
too scared to scram. That must have been Humphrey Bogart.
That I think you're right.
This is
What was
really
the
something.
line again? Sorry, who do you call when your wife's in a jam? Too scared to stay.
I don't know.
Too scared to scram.
Yeah, something like that. Too
Okay.
scared to scram.
All right.
But you have to say it like Bogart. You can't.
Yeah, who do you call when you're caught in a jam? Too scared to stay, too scared to scram.
Too scared to scram.
Yeah, pinch. You call.
Something about in a pinch.
It's a cinch. In a pinch,
You call.
you call. And so that initial voice was super annoying, but now it seems like it's the characters
It's
all
the gang.
Yeah,
singing.
it's the gang, right?
Yeah. Peggy O and whoever else.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Rick, Digger, Mike, and Bogey.
Bogey.
So I think we just did an intro.
Yeah, I like that. That's very cartoony.
John!
Yeah, exactly.
Pammy, Rick, Digger, Tig, Kip, and Bogey.
Engineer Pete. Ryan Conky. I know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm recording a new theme song for
Yeah.
us.
Let me know when we need to come in and do our vocals.
You got it.
Who do you call when the going gets tough?
Oh, classic. All right, we're going up a
Yep. Who
step.
do you call?
So Bogey's back.
Yeah.
All right.
And what are your guesses on the lyrics, or were they clear enough to...
I wasn't listening.
Okay. Who do you call when the going gets tough?
And I mean, I think I shouldn't say I wasn't listening. There's just so much. There's a lot. There's a
lot
lot
going on.
There's a lot of barrels being
we're-
thrown in
we're-
my mind.
Back in the sound effects.
Yeah.
Who do you need when the going is rough?
Who do you need when it's going
When the going gets
going
rough.
gets rough?
Yeah.
Who do you need?
Yeah.
And the answer is going to be probably the shirt tails.
Yeah.
Are you sure? not Mr. Dinkler, the
There's only one way to find out.
man.
When you call us all. With a shirt tail.
So, do you have to call them all, or
Is that what she said? Call them all?
It's a party line.
okay?
Oh.
Good one.
Yeah. So who do you call? Call them all?
Yeah.
It's the Shirt Tails.
It's a shirt tails. Dun, 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 dun. At the end, that almost has a game show vibe to it.
Yeah.
Rick, Ty, Digger, and both.
We need it.
They're reintroducing themselves?
Kids have short memory spans.
Wow.
John!
Gumsy.
Conky! Conky just came back in, by the way. Welcome back, Conky.
So yeah, we're reintroducing ourselves.
Shirt tails.
Are we going into the ending there?
That's it, man.
That's it.
Is that full-on ending? Da-da-da-da.
Shirt tails. Pee-wee.
What's happening? It's a pretty shitty recording, so we can't.
Right.
Yeah.
There's either horns or keyboard horns happening there.
Right. Sound like keyboard horns to me.
And that's it?
yeah.
That's it, man.
All right. Shirt tails. Hoynt.
I mean that felt very quick, but it was actually like 50 seconds. So
All right.
Par for the course. For
the weird intro. You think about that.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it really went downhill from that.
Yeah. That was who do you call when your wife's in a jam?
And my initial impression was that voice sounded like Dolly Parton, like a cartoon Dolly Parton to me. But then when she kept going, it didn't. It just sounded cartoonish.
Yeah. I am more than usually curious as to what the hell's about to go on. I think with the cartoon ones, because there's so much side noise, I want to know what I've been
To
hearing.
see, it's
what
really hard to listen to a song like this with all the beeps and bops and boops going on.
I agree. It's a weird. It's much different than like a typical sitcom or drama where you're not dealing with the weird sound effects.
And just like with the voiceover, trying to tune it out and actually pay attention to what's going on musically is just really difficult.
All right, so let's get to the beginning here.
So let's figure out who you call when you get in a jam.
I don't know how to press the button on this thing over here. We're about to watch this, everybody. Did it jam up? Conky? Oh, I just don't know what I'm doing. All right, here we go.
Alert.
I'm not going to lie. I totally remember this.
Really?
Yes.
Alert, alert, alert.
So it says the word alert 3 times. It lights red each one. I completely remember this.
Wow.
This song, no recollection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember all this shit.
Do you?
But not the tune. But yeah, there's a panda and a raccoon.
The chubby little fellas coming in there. I like them. They're cute.
They're well fed in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had that deal with Hardee's.
See, I remember the orangutan. He definitely rings a bell to me. That's the car?
Well, it's a car and it's a boat and it's a submarine.
It
it's
looks like a
jet.
kazoo.
It looks like or a thing of popcorn.
Yeah, correct.
That is not the auger machine I'm picturing in my mind. It must have been from a different cartoon.
Oh, man.
That car looks like a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
It's like a AMC Matador wagon, 76.
There was another Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Do you remember that had a car that talked? And
Knight Rider?
No. Was there a Knight Rider cartoon? I think there was.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah,
Add that to the spreadsheet.
It was
of
he was a
songs.
race car driver, and the guy wore like a, I don't know, green helmet.
Keep going.
That's
through
all I
it.
remember. That's all I remember. But the car looks like that. It had the same color scheme. At least to my recollection.
Listener, if you remember
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera cartoon, green helmet, talking car.
Talking car.
Is
Yeah,
that
it
all
was
we
race
got?
car. Yeah, talking car.
All right.
Yeah.
Were humans animals? A little bit.
Humans. Yeah, I mean, human guy driving in the car was a talking car.
Engineer Pete's on the case. The inside of that car
It's pretty cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
It kind of reminds me of Max Rebo's keyboard on Return of the Jedi.
Round.
Yeah.
Right.
But I like the looks of that car. And now we got a moonlit big city street.
Yes.
This is very cool.
Nightscape.
All right.
Who do you call when you're caught?
Oh, this is classic. So you got them marching at the bottom of the screen.
Speed. Yep, that's it.
What's the show?
Speed buggy.
Speed.
Let me see Speed. What the hell?
Speed buggy looks more like a Myers-Manx, the classic dune buggy.
Doom buggy, yeah, so maybe not a race car.
Now, how the hell do you know Speed Buggy? It aired from September of 73 to December of 73.
But just like all the others, I think they just, like,
kept
Hanna-Barbera
playing
had
them.
their Saturday morning hour, and they
Yeah.
just
Throw
played
that shit
whatever.
on.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
love it. Speed Buggy.
Yeah.
You're right. They did have that power hour.
And it would just be, all these 10-minute segments.
Like
Yeah.
Grape Ape, whoever the hell you get.
Grape Ape.
Yeah. Inch Eye Private Eye.
Man.
Right. Yeah.
Good call.
Well, Hong Kong Fooey.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
gang.
Right.
Classic Yogi. So
In a jam.
we got the Shirt Tails marching in some dark urban environment, and their
Yep.
shadow turns into a spooky ghost. I remember this shit.
That's actually is. It looks. I feel like I remember this.
Would you so right now we got all the how many Shirt Tails are there?
I don't know. 6.
Six.
Yeah.
And then the shadow of a ghost. Would you get a tattoo of that on your chest?
No.
Oh. Hey, listeners.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah. Do any of you have Shirt Tails tattoos? And if not, would you like Conky to give you one?
He is good.
He's
at tattoos.
he's a
Does the shirt say fuck off in his tattoo?
It's up to
Or
Conky.
hungover.
Conky gets to put whatever he wants.
It's the only thing it says.
Oh.
Too scared to stay.
Yeah, I remember that guy. What kind of critter is that?
Is that a mole?
Yeah, it's a mole.
There is a mole.
Yeah, mole, and then the orangutan.
There's the orang.
These guys are easily my favorites. They're a good looking gang right there.
Yeah, those two?
Yes.
The orangutan and the
Yeah.
mole. That's your 1-2 combo.
Absolutely.
So, Digger and Bogey.
Bogey.
So if you're going out for a night on the town, you're taking these two.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And you know you're going to have a good time.
Ryan,
With Digger and Bogey.
Bogey.
Yep.
Yeah. Balls to the walls.
Lights out.
Look at these
Lights
guys.
out.
Yeah, they look like they're a good time.
You guys are chugging Schlitz to the Hoynt Curntain theme song.
Exactly.
It's getting after it. Love it.
Too scared to scram.
Yeah, pinch. You call Timmy.
Rick, Digger, Spike, and Bogey.
Okay.
Hi, Bogey.
Now, is this... I wonder who their target age audience is.
Good question.
This last scene made me think around 4 years old.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
And I definitely was older than 4 when I watched this. But that last little thing, and the chubby part of the crew came out, and they just seemed real little
Snuggly.
kiddish.
Like very snuggly. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's the word?
Snuggly.
Snuggly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
You snuggle
little
up.
kids want to snuggle up. With
Like,
them,
you
right?
remember Snuggle, the dryer sheet guy?
Yeah. Right. Same thing.
I can't believe they never made a cartoon for him.
Would you get a tattoo of Snuggle? Or
Snuggle? I'd much rather have a Shirt Tails tattoo than a Snuggle tattoo. How about you guys?
Hobson's
Pete's thinking
choice.
about it.
Yeah.
You're going Snuggle, aren't
Probably
you?
shirt tail. More options.
Yeah. You get Humphrey Bogart over here.
Yeah.
Bogey.
The shirt tail.
Okay. We always talk about when the theme comes on.
I feel like we're pretty deep into the intro to get Shirt Tails at,
And a shadow ghost turns into the logo for like a fourth of a second.
exactly. And it just
Gone. And now we're
Flies by.
surfing.
Their target audience can't read.
What percentage of 80s TV theme song cartoons had surfing in the intro?
92.
Yeah.
Anonymous statistician, if you could be so kind as to figure out which percentage of 80s cartoon theme songs have surfing in the intro. Alvin and the Chipmunks does.
correct. I feel like it's high.
Yeah.
You call when the going gets tough.
Who do you see when the going is rough?
They look like little kids sitting on a boat.
Yes. Right. Pretty much.
Oh my god.
I can't unsee the 4-year-old target audience now.
I
I look at
know.
them, they all look like they're 4 years old.
I feel like the mole is becoming more juvenile every
He
scene.
might be 2.5.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago you were going to the bar with him,
Right.
and now you're like, I think we got to put him to bed.
Bed.
Yeah.
When you call,
What is the gold sparkle that happens?
Isn't that when their shirt changes?
And have their shirts said anything this entire intro?
Nothing.
This is bullshit.
Exactly. Plain red T-shirts that say nothing.
This show is called fucking Shirt Tales.
Exactly.
And there's no tails on their shirts.
Not a damn tale to be told.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Put something on your shirt. Hungover.
Rick, hi, bigger.
Is this the first intro of their names?
Second. This is the second.
Oh,
now
word.
their names are on their shirt.
How long have we been down here?
Exactly.
So now their names are on their shirt. No tails, just their names.
Correct.
We should get shirts with our names on them. Just
Wear
walk
the
around
shirt
town in
tails.
summer.
Wait, what if there were shirts with pictures of shirt tails and then they were wearing shirts that had our names on them?
Ooh.
Oh.
Speaking of
I'm
another
a little-
dimension.
I'm a little dizzy.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Do you think that the bar jacket with your name on it was like an adult version of Shirt Tails?
And just to remind our listeners, we are selling satin bar jackets on our website. Super 80s Shirt Tales podcast friends at internet.webweb.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the equivalent of a shirt tail.
It's probably the idea.
But again, I want to see a tail. Feed
Shirt,
me.
Shirt, no tails.
And Bogey.
There's the frickin'
Mr. Booger.
Mr. Cauliflower? Keffel.
Dingle,
Dingle.
park custodian.
Park custodian.
Custodian of the park.
He's got the little stick with the spike on it picking up Snicker bar wrappers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Also good for stabbing little animals.
If I find those damn shirt tails are on here somewhere.
The final episode of Shirt Tales is Broccoli Guy with all the shirt tails on his staff.
Like a skewer. Like a skewer.
They show him in his underwear by a bonfire eating them at the end.
Ouch.
Shirt
Tails.
tails. Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh
Dark.
boy,
It's
is
got
right.
dark in here real quick.
Let's get back to sunny things. Oh, man. That panda bear is nice.
Yeah.
This leaves us one thing left to do, team, in this glorious episode 36, where we got to review Shirt Tales.
Yeah.
Hey, afterwards, guys, should we go to Hardee's? Ask them if they have any Shirt Tales glasses.
You guys got any shirt tail
They
glasses?
might still have them in stock.
Exactly. If
They
you go
don't
to the
think they
right
move
one.
the inventory very quick.
Do you guys get to Hardee's ever?
Does it even exist?
Oh,
Isn't it
yeah.
all Carl's Jr. now?
No, we
Really?
got a Hardee's here in town.
Okay.
I think it's been 20 years since I've been to a Hardee's.
I would
At
agree.
least.
No idea.
Think they still have curly fries?
No idea.
I hope so.
Do you think they still have Frisco burgers?
Ah.
Do you remember the shiny wrappers their food came in?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
high-tech shit.
Yeah, it was. I feel like they were always going for the big. Like they were always trying to put more meat or like make the burger bigger than anybody else.
That was their thing. Big.
Yeah, big. The bigs.
Big.
Big and curly.
Moving on. Let's vote.
Hey, let's vote on the Shirt Tales. Well, we're about to find out if Shirt Tales is going to go on the Wall of Fame or the Wall of Shame. It only takes 2 votes either way. If, for some reason, Shirt Tales gets 3 thumbs up, it goes to the bonus round, as mentioned a couple weeks ago. We haven't had an opportunity to use the bonus round yet, but that's still in play. Let's make this a little dramatic. Let's start out with Pete.
I'm really on the fence on this one. It does start out very well, but then I think I have to judge it by how it finishes.
Okay.
And the voices, and I don't know what I'm talking about. There's no redeeming qualities.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, that's a you're in big trouble, mister, for me.
Conky,
Conky.
can you play our
Put
drop?
the smokes down and get over your conk.
You're in big trouble, mister.
All right. Ryan.
Yeah, there's no fence to be sitting on here. This is a Michelle Tanner all the way for me.
You're in big trouble, mister.
I gotta concur. This is a bit of a piece of shit.
You're in big trouble, mister.
We obviously know Hoynt has some good songs.
Yeah.
But he's 0 for 2 on our podcast
Yeah.
with Smurfs and Shirt Tails.
Yeah.
I look forward to, I think we'll get the Jetsons. I think that was a reboot in the 80s.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually don't know the timeline of that.
I don't either. But that was not his best work.
No.
No, he was probably too busy working on his thermocoupling or whatever it was
Right.
for the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. It's true.
All right. Anything else to add before we wrap it up for episode 36?
No.
Oh.
Well, hey, listeners, do not forget, next week is our first annual March Madness. We have 30... We've got like... hold on.
6.
Yeah, we got 36 songs in the rotation, maybe a couple more. I'm looking at some bracket things here, but we will be posting that on social media. Fill it out before you listen. Send us copies of your finished brackets. We're curious to see what you guys came up with. And yeah, March Madness coming around the corner.
Awesome.
All right, well, until next week, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Pete.
And you have been listening to the Super 80s Podcast Friend, where the towels are hers and Hoynt's.
I'm Pokey.
See you next week.